and living mother effing color. What's up, man? And chilling in the Colorado Rockies. Got a good video for y'all today. Feeling good. Hopefully y'all feeling good as well. Hopefully this is reaching y'all well, man. Y'all know it's an ice storm going through the United States right now. Hopefully everybody's staying warm, man. I got my heater kicking right now. Got my heater kicking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shit, blessed to be in America, man. You know what I'm saying? We got running water, got power, electricity. Now, hopefully the grid stays safe and everything, man. So we got all these people who are. Let me fix my head thing real fast, man. Got me. Let me get my shit together, man. Get my shit all the way right before I get to talking shit. So I don't look like a Saudi Arabian in this motherfucker. All right, man. Let's go. Let's go. It's 2 degrees out here in Colorado right now, man. 2 degrees. It's 2 degrees. I'm in my streaming area, my garage, getting it in, staying warm. Got a little cover on, looking like the Native American blood that I have in me running through my veins. Looking like Chief Pocahontas and shit. What's up with it, man? Hope y'all doing good. Hopefully y'all doing great. See if we can get some people tapped in this morning. Early morning stream. Gotta stream when you can, stream when you got time. Put the kids away. Get your streaming in. Definitely hope everybody's doing good though out there. Staying warm, staying out the way, staying protected. United States of America, man. Like I said, a beautiful place. People jumping over walls with literally unalive people to get to this country, man. And you know what I'm saying? We'll step on somebody's back to get to this country. You know, where we have protections, certain subsidies, government, federal, a lot of people call them handouts, concessions, subsidies, whatever you want to call it. They subsidize the citizens for being in a distressed state financially in America, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. They will literally help you. Some countries that don't give a damn if you die of starvation. So understand this, man. America, the beautiful, man. You understand that, man? We got to respect the regime which and the government that runs this beautiful nation, man. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? That does not mean that we don't question it. That does not mean that you cannot protest. That does not mean that you cannot assemble and voice your displeasure with this nation and its leadership. Nobody is saying that. Nobody has ever wanted to take that right away from the citizens. That is what makes America America. We talking about back in the day. We talking about back in the day. We talking about, you know what I'm saying? Not even the Civil War, but we can talk about the Civil War. You talk about the Revolutionary War, but which precedes the Civil War. Where we talking about getting taxation without representation. This country is a beautiful place to live, man. And let's talk about these things, man, because we cannot have it both ways. These liberal suckers, man, they are, I'm telling you, they are destroying the beautiful fabric of America. And as I said, I knew when this happened, somebody's going to jail. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the optics of this is, is disreputable. You know what I'm saying? It's dishonorable. It's a lot of low down words you could use to describe what I saw these people doing to these people in this Minneapolis church because, allegedly, but it's been confirmed that one of the pastors at this church was a head, I guess, I don't really know, a supervisor or whatever for ICE in Minnesota. Somebody fact check that, man. Hit that like button out there. Turn this thing down a little bit. Somebody fact check that for me, man. Allegedly, the one of the pastors at this church, he had some type of affiliation with ICE in Minnesota or whatever. So we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, man. We're gonna hit some of these videos, go over it. Like I said, man, these like look at this woman, man. She like a salamander in the face. She's obviously a tether. Like she's obviously a tether, man. And like you look at it, shout out to Tariq Nasheed, shout out to FBA Americans and all that. You know what I'm saying? Foundational Black Americans in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Under dig, but this lady's obviously a tether. You know what I'm saying? And it's no surprise when you see some of these people that have been arrested, how they look. I mean, it's it's no surprise these people have nothing better to do with their lives than to be out here causing civil unrest and in the church, nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? Of all places where you could assemble and protest, that's not the proper place to do it, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? A place of worship. Like, how low down can you be? That was my biggest thing. I've been waiting to get this stream out. How low down can you be as a person to where you're going in, messing with these parishioners and these churchgoers that had literally nothing to do with the fact that the pastor happens to have a job or occupation working in ICE. That's neither here nor there. Like, just the fact that y'all feel like this was an appropriate action to do when people are here serving and worshiping the Lord, you're gonna go in there and disrupt it, put cameras in people's face like a freaking idiot. Like, this is what America has. Is this what we're really about to succumb to? And like, is this the depth and the lows that we're about to go to as a nation? And what we're gonna say is an appropriate use of protest. Yeah, like you feel like this is a righteous protest going into church with your social media blaring in the house of the Lord and putting these cameras in these people's faces and attacking them and yelling whatever the girl's name, I can't remember the name, something good. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. But let's get to it, man. Hit that like button if you're out there. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button. I feel like this is man, we gotta kick these people in the you know what, you know what I'm saying, in the rear end. Because these liberals are out of control, man. You know what I'm saying? Where is next? What's next? Like, what is the next? They've already took Charlie Kirk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these confused sucker weirdos already took Charlie Kirk, man. They're what's next? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't wait till that orange man, Donald mother effing Trump, you know what I'm saying, put some order and some fire underneath underneath these, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna use too much profanity, but put some fire to they, you know what's. Fire to their butts. But let's see, Nakima Levy Armstrong arrested after disrupting Minnesota church service. Let's get to it.
An activist who led an anti-immigration enforcement protest that disrupted a Minnesota church service has been arrested. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced the arrest of Nakima Levy Armstrong in a post on X on Thursday. Protesters entered the city's church in St. Paul on Sunday. You are a fake pastor. A local official with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement serves as a pastor there, and Nakima Levy Armstrong has called for him to resign.
How can you be a pastor?
That's right.
Of a church, but overseeing ICE agents in the field?
There have been almost nonstop demonstrations in response to the January 7th death of
The crazy part is their thought to where to put their level of morality onto you. The people who don't mind unaliving children, who don't mind, you know what I'm saying, kids getting gender mutilation, who don't mind all type of these LGBT crazy, just off the wall craziness. Like, these are the people who are cool with who celebrated the unaliving of Charlie Kirk just because he disagreed with certain subjects and he did not believe in a lot of things that they believed in. And he was a stingent Republican and conservative. These are the people who were cheered to see violence. These are the people who think that you could just barge into churches and that is an appropriate action. These are people who will block the streets and pull cars in front of police officers and disrupt federal agents doing their job and activity on a day-to-day basis and feel like they're just. They feel like this is an act of defiance, which is in line with like they said, they say it's on par with Hitler's Germany, man. Like, these are how confused these type of people are. Hit that like button for me, man. These are how confused and far out. So you want us to believe that these type of people are sane and just and righteous? Like, this is just all types of confusing to me, man. Just being honest, man. Like, this is like so far out there. I can't even believe people even getting on board with this.
7-year-old Renee Good by an ICE officer in Minneapolis, along with the Trump administration's immigration crackdown nationwide.
I am here to stand in solidarity with the people.
Nakima Levy Armstrong is no stranger to activism in the Twin Cities area. She's a civil rights attorney who's helped lead local protests after high-profile police-involved killings of Black Americans, including George Floyd. He died in 2020 after being pinned to the ground by Minneapolis police officers, which sparked massive protests. She's also the former president of the NAACP's Minneapolis branch. Vice President J.D. Vance addressed the arrest at an event in Ohio.
They're scaring little kids who are there to worship God on a Sunday.
Amen. Amen, J.D. Vance. Like, where is our country going, man? Like, what is the direction? That's why I say, what is next? Like, where are we? What's the direction that we're really headed as a country and as a people in America, where we feel like this is the right thing to do? Well, we're trying to defend the actions of this lady, Nakima Levy Armstrong. Well, we have no respect for the church. We have no respect for God. We already feel, I've said this plenty of times, we're living in a godless nation, man. This is a degenerate, godless nation in which we're living in. And we have, unfortunately, man, the left are the loudest. You know what I'm saying? These liberal weirdos, and I'm going to keep calling them that. I don't care what type of flack I get. These liberal weirdos are some of the loudest, wrong, just ran by social media. Like, this is the new generation. I feel like a lot of them are Gen Zers too as well. But this is a generation where all their education is coming from online. You know what I'm saying? They got the chat GPT. I'm talking about, this is the most uneducated generation of people who just want to be led by someone, and they're just misinformed. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to hell. Man, they're like, shout out to Anton Daniels. I agree, but he said they're gonna bust hell open, man. And that is the point. Like, that is the purpose, and that's what the people who run that party, that is the purpose. They want to lead you to hell, you know, and that's just facts. But they just confuse the people with so much propaganda, and they feel like as if they are right, and that is really the scariest part.
Morning, those people are going to be sent to prison so long as we have the power to do so.
It's not immediately clear what charges Levy Armstrong faces.
So how dare somebody claim to be a pastor while overseeing evil?
Federal authorities have arrested.
Let's take a live look at Minneapolis tonight, where large crowds continue to march through the streets.
We begin today's show in Minneapolis as the city endures its third week of occupation by a force of over Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, Minneapolis Mayor. Protests continue.
As parishioners, and even the parishioners, I imagine, have felt and feel intimidated, and they did. And there's going to be arrests in the next several hours, Greta. There will be arrests tied to that.
David Easterwood's church issued a statement that, quote, invading a church service to disrupt the worship of Jesus or any other act of worship is protected by neither the Christian scriptures nor the laws of this nation, unquote. Meanwhile, activists again gathered Tuesday to call for the pastor's resignation due to his possible connection to ICE. For more, we're joined by Nakima Levy.
I've never heard so many people just defending the disrespect of the church and the disrespect of God than I have in today's times. Nobody respects God. We have no more believers left. We're living in a godless nation where facing God is really a smack to a lot of people's face, because it goes directly against the lifestyle in which they're living on a day-to-day. These people are living the most taboo, demonic culture on a day-to-day, where they worship money, they worship their sexuality, they worship their skin color. They have no love for their fellow man. They've learned from a lot of these shrewd businessmen like Trump and Jeff Bezos, all these people, and Bill Gates, just to step on their brethren. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with free enterprise. Get your dollar bill. But when humanity takes a loss, you know what I'm saying? Like just that mindset. Not saying Trump is that, because I feel like Trump's regime is actually trying to restore some humanity to this world and to this nation. Hit that like button, especially to this nation. You know, the world has its own issues and we can only really control what we can control, which is really nothing. But I feel like this nation, Trump has a thought for the people, if that makes sense. It's not all about the dollar bill and it's lining his pockets. And I feel like that's a beautiful thing, unlike other politicians before him who all their net worths increase while they're in these positions of power. But just being honest, like America, man, like we are just on it. We are on a roller coaster ride right now, man.
Armstrong, Minneapolis-based civil rights attorney, founder of the Racial Justice Network. Yes, she's also an ordained reverend.
What these rockhead BWs be saying, up, ain't that what they be saying, man? Hey, I be taking their little turns from them. Hey, go ahead, use some of them against them, man. These BT 1000. Man, look at this Genghis Khan face looking. This girl, I'm just being honest, man. This girl look like the black Genghis Khan. Why she look more like James Brown than James Brown? Why does she look more like James Brown than James Brown? I'm tired of these Aunt Jemima, James Brown looking women feeling as if they speak for the black caucus of America, man. Like people like this dishonor black people. They dishonor hardworking, law-abiding citizens of America. Let me tell you, how dare you defend illegal immigrants in this country? This is why I feel like she must be a tether. Who do you think you are to defend people who protest and want to intervene in federal conduct and in federal investigations? Like you would defend, you were in there defending Renee Good. Was this not a woman who has been confirmed to have been interfering with a federal investigation? These people are trying to deport people that are violent criminals, you know, and even if they aren't violent, you've served your purpose. You've been here long enough, man. It's time to think about the American people at this point. If you're here illegally, it's time for you to go back to your country of origin. A woman like this, it's no surprise women like this are out here stomping the ground, stomping the pavement, instead of being mothers and in the house and being proper women of God. Look at them, man. Look at this lady, man. It's the black penguin. It's like she look like penguin with micro braids in, man. All right, let's go, man.
And a preacher. We welcome you back to Democracy Now! You're joining us today from an undisclosed location. If you can explain what happened on Sunday, a protest that you were a part of.
Yes. So, Amy, 4 Black women activists and organizers planned Sunday's protest, and I was one of the 4. And we are unapologetic about going into the church. We participated in the first part of the service, and the pastor prayed during the service, "Dear God, please chasten us and help us to get our house in order." So when he was done praying, I stood up and I said, "Excuse me, Pastor, you just prayed this particular prayer." And he said, "Correct." And I said, "Well, help me understand, how is David, and also a director of ICE in St. Paul?" As soon as I mentioned David Easterwood's name, the pastor yells out, "Shame, shame," over the microphone. It was clear that he didn't want to engage me in discussion about this in front of the congregation, because he didn't want people in the congregation to know about this conflict of interest that David.
That's an assumption. How would you know? So that's what I said earlier. If you go back to what I said earlier in this video, they want to put their level of morality onto you. And these are already an immoral people. Let's think about that for a second. They want to put their thoughts onto you, which has been done to them for the longest time. For the longest time, the Democrats have been telling these black people how to think and what to think and who to vote for and just how to live your life and how to be black, to the point that Joe Biden can say, "If you don't vote for me, you're not black." he has that type of gall and intestinal fortitude to feel like he can just disrespect and slap black people in the face. You know what I'm saying? FBA people in the face, all black people in the face, whatever you want to call it. Like to me, I it just man, it's dumbfounding, to be honest, man. Like they want to put that level. Like I said, she's assuming that they don't want the parishioners to know about I'm sure they know all about it. How do you know that this is not a conservative church? How do you know? That you're putting your thoughts on other people? Like, you're literally projecting. Like, no, like these liberals who think everybody wants to think like them. No, it is a whole side of America who thinks totally opposite of how y'all think and how your mode of operandum. We look at it as demonic and wrong, and we look at y'all as a lost people who are living in emotionality, who have been disenchanted by life. Life has let you down time and time again. Probably single mothers, like just like Renee Good, single mother turned lesbo, turned carpet muncher, like just confused individuals. The people that want to continue to make more and more confused individuals. Like, these are the type of people that will put their children in, like, their male sons in dresses and shit like this. Like, just confusing type people who just want to continue to perpetuate degeneracy in our culture of America. When a lot of people a lot of people, they say, like, quiet is the majority, you know what I'm saying? And the people that get the loud people are in my opinion, the minority. Like, they get the loudest, they get the most soapboxes. It seems like the crazy people that don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. But, like, it's a whole lot of people who do not think like you. They might be afraid to say it because, the propaganda and the media train is got a lot of people thinking how these liberals think nowadays, at least out loud, but they're wrong out loud. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Easterwood has. I mean, how can you serve as a pastor of the gospel of Jesus Christ while overseeing the brutal conduct of ICE agents who are literally terrorizing communities in the Twin Cities of Minnesota?
So, can you respond now to Pam Bondi saying that the protesters, presumably including you, will be arrested? She said this yesterday, but she said it would be within hours. And talk about more about your decision to go into the church.
I can't speak to Pam Bondi and the federal government's decision to, investigate those of us who were involved in the protest. There were probably around 24 or so people. I can't speak to their decision making because these are the same individuals who have firmly decided that they will not investigate ICE agent Jonathan Ross for the killing of Renee Good. I mean, if that's not hypocrisy, I'm not sure what is. How do you?
It's not the same people. It's not the same people. It's not the same people at all. Like, she's dead. She's dead wrong. What she got is federal crime. So that would be a federal magistrate or judge or whoever that would put charges on you. You know what I'm saying? Or like, but that would be something local. What happened between? It was a federal officer, but it wouldn't be the federal folks who would charge him. You know what I'm saying? For killing Renee Good. But I don't know. I feel her with the mindset, just the whole legal system. She's trying to project that or conflate that the legal system is the same people who would charge her, the same people who would let the killer of Renee Good go, basically. But I mean, she's been shown Renee Good. That's already been debunked, in my opinion. Like, she was shown to be wrong. Like her, she was shown to be wrong. Why would you even try to drive? I think I did a video today. Why would you even try to drive in that situation toward the cop anyway? Or they got a gun drawn on you. Like, these people are so just Looney Tune bonkers. Like, do you think this nigga shoots out a stick that says bang on it or something? Like, these are real goddamn live bullets and rounds, motherfucker. Like what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what's up with these liberal YT women, man, but they need to get their mind right. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world is not a game, and they really feel like they just, I don't know. Like, it was an old ass lady out there talking about some, like, you know what I'm saying? She said, like, pow pow me, and she was yelling like she looked like my damn high school teacher or some shit. Like, I'm like you're not oppressed, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse my language. Like, you bitches aren't oppressed, bro. Y'all are catered to and protected by the society. Like, if you want to be real. If you want to be 100% real, y'all are catered to and taken care of by this society, man. Kept warm, kept protected, kept in the nest where, you know what I'm saying, guarded and guided. You know, just being honest, man. Guarded by a hot damn bald eagle. You know what I'm saying? You know the dig? Swish. And y'all just don't even understand. Y'all take it, even just lady right here, does not understand how good she has it, how great she has it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just a complaining hag on the, you know what I'm saying, on the internet, and running around here being a complaining hag out here protesting and being a nuisance. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being honest. Just being honest, man. Like, you think you're so righteous, bro. Like, all y'all think y'all so righteous, but y'all worship y'all skin tone. Y'all worship y'all race. Y'all don't worship God and what's right and what's righteousness. Y'all don't worship righteousness. You know what I'm saying? And divine and divinity. Y'all don't worship that. Y'all don't worship that. Y'all worship your skin tone. You know what I'm saying? You worship blue no matter who. You know, let's be honest.
Investigate and threaten to arrest nonviolent, peaceful protesters who are literally coming into a church to raise questions about this conflict of interest.
We're going to see how kind this one dude is. I'm going to find this dude video right here that got arrested, the guy. Man, that dude was antagonizing people, putting cameras in little girls' faces, bro. Look like little teenage white girls' faces. Like, bro, it's really disgusting behavior. I'm trying to find that video. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get to there right now. But that was far from having a peaceful discussion, man. That was a disturbance and a disruption of a service. I think this is kind of the video right here. You can see it right here. Matter of fact, you got to point. This is a clip of it right here. These girls are just sitting here chilling, look scared for their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a liar. This lady is literally a liar. Like,
for this pastor. I mean, where is the separation of church and state? And if they're so concerned,
this dude in there yelling at the top of his lungs at these little ass girls. We talking about they're having a peaceful conversation, and this is just a little peaceful protest. Like, this is disgusting behavior.
About what happens inside of churches, then why did Donald Trump roll back protections for churches when it comes to ICE? As a matter of fact, ICE agents can go into churches with a warrant, and they can take people out and detain them. There have been cases of ICE agents waiting in parking lots to apprehend people as they are going in or coming out of church services. So
you just said walking. You just said waiting outside of a parking lot. Are they going inside or and distracting the people? Or, and even if they do, if people are breaking the law, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely unfortunate. But I feel if you got to get violent people off the streets and they hiding against the type of protection in the church, I don't think just having the church should protect them from being able to get these people up off the street. You know, and that's just me.
Clearly, the Trump administration could care less about the sanctity of a church. I, however, as an ordained reverend, do care. I believe that if someone professes to represent the gospel of Jesus Christ and to preach it, that they should not be allowing ICE agents to drag people out of their homes, cut women out of seat belts in their cars and drag them out.
I don't know if I believe in women pastors, man. That's just me, man. Hey, especially ones you don't respect the church enough that you're gonna come in there and barge in and yell and disrupt the service, man. Like, how much is that? What did you really learn? You know?
Bust down doors, bust out car windows, bring people out half naked in the freezing cold to detain them, taking trophy pictures with black men and others that they've apprehended in their homes, scaring children, tear gassing children and families, almost killing a 6-month-old through the use of high-powered military-grade weapons such as flashbang grenades and very strong tear gas. I mean, these are real things.
I think we saw that story with that black family where they said I think they said that people left their kid in the car, bro. Like, bro, but I mean, man, people need to get the hell out the way. Look at this situation right here. Look at this. This is 12 hours ago. Thousands of anti-ICE protests in Minneapolis. Right here, man. Let's keep this going.
Tonight, despite the brutal cold, a massive crowd of anti-ICE protesters flooding downtown Minneapolis. It's part of today's statewide boycott on work, school, and shopping.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you that you would do that to a child?
This as we learn new details about the case of 5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father, Adrian Conejo Arias. New video showing ICE officers escorting the preschooler into a black SUV.
Where's your humanity? That's a kid!
DHS says officers were targeting the father, who was here illegally and had a deportation order, though a family attorney says he came lawfully and had applied for asylum. DHS tonight saying it has no record.
Hit that like button, hit that description box, show some love, man. Hit that like button, hit the description box, show some love. TNP.
Of an asylum claim, adding Arias ran from officers, abandoning his son, and Liam's mother refused to take custody.
Over those past 4 years, hundreds of thousands.
If these are the facts, how is there public outrage for this situation? Like, but these are the way these liberals think. How the fuck is this on the ice in the federal government? If I was coming to do a sting to get the father, and the father dips on his fucking son, on his 5-year-old kid, and they say the mother don't want to take custody, these are the mindset of the liberals, man. These niggas are fucking Looney Tune bonkers, dude. How is that? Oh, man.
Thousands of children were trafficked across that border. We're definitely the experts at dealing with children, unfortunately.
We pressed Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bavino, who stressed Liam and his father are together in a federal facility.
We still have people saying that they're outraged at the idea of little kids being held in custody at all. So what do you say to those people, and what kinds of conditions are young children being held in?
As far as
it's always this shit with the children too, bro. It's been the same story before. Like they sensationalized this shit, dude. Like they said, ICE been chilling with having to deal with this before. They remember they said they had it back in 2016, man. Like, but ICE been dealing with children, man. Like as far as, like you said, people getting smuggled across the border and shit like that. But damn, like this is bullshit.
that family has not been separated. That child is in the least restrictive setting possible.
Tonight, a Texas congressman releasing video of the ICE facility where they're being held, showing libraries, schools, and basketball courts. All as a Minneapolis city councilman now says this 2-year-old named Chloe is in ICE custody after her father was arrested as the pair were driving home from the grocery store.
Maggie, let's pick it up right there. The Department of Homeland Security is now responding to this new case.
Yeah, Tom, that's right. DHS saying Chloe's father was indeed their target, that he was in the country illegally, and they add her mother refused to take custody, and that the toddler is now with her father in a federal facility. Tom.
Maggie Vespa for us. Tonight, we thank you for watching.
Wild, man. I'm trying to find some video from this church shit.
No work, no school, and no shopping.
Activists calling today the day of truth and freedom.
From the beginning of when this issue started escalating here in Minneapolis, all of us here know how we feel about the matter.
Minneapolis don't turn into a little fucking hellhole, hasn't it? I'm just being honest. Minneapolis don't turn into a little shithole, man. I don't know what the hell going on in Minneapolis, but that shit is turning into a little cesspool, man. I would not want to live living in Minneapolis. That's for damn sure.
This Paul Morrow is here, and he's a Fox News contributor and a retired NYPD inspector. This thing feels like...
We begin today's show in Minneapolis as the city endures its third week.
Meantime, in Minnesota, a protest over the federal immigration crackdown turned into a tense confrontation there. Demonstrators following federal agents into a church. Now, the Justice Department says
The Department of Justice is investigating the anti-ICE protesters who disrupted services at a church in Minnesota over the weekend.
But the state's attorney general claims the demonstrators and journalist Don Lemon, who was with them, did not break the federal law the DOJ is accusing them of. Doug Lazater joins us live from Washington with all the details. Hi, Doug.
Carly and Todd, good morning. Good morning.
Minnesota.
That's why we're here. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Minnesota's Attorney General.
You saw the fear in the eyes of the members of that church.
Lemon, meantime, defended his actions, saying, and by
in the 90s, and that's what we see. This is what has been taught, this anti-Christian, anti-Western values to lead to a place where someone who claims to be a journalist charging into a church.
Agreed. Tony Perkins, agreed. 100% agree with you, man. And Don Lemon is I ain't gonna get to that LGBT shit, man. I'm out here in the liberal land, Colorado, man. But let's be honest, man. Like, bro, can you really serve two masters? I'm gonna just say that. Can you really serve two masters? The biblical text that I read in no way condones the backdoor your lifestyle that you live, my brother. You understand? And I can't even call you my brother. I'm just saying that shit. You're really a weirdo, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You're a degenerate, low life weirdo, like I'm talking about with these liberal ass demonic entities that's running through this system. And I can say what I want, but I ain't gonna say too much. I'm just gonna tell the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk shit. I'm gonna say some shit that might hurt your ears, it might bother you and offend your insecurities, but I'm not gonna lie to you. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Charlie Kirk. People need to know the truth. Hit that like button. Subscribe to TNP too, man. Subscribe, man. I'm about to make some more videos, man. I got to do it way more often. Subscribe, man. Hit that like button and subscribe. Because they're trying to knock me out the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? They've been playing games with my channel for the longest. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I rock with YouTube, man. But they need to just let a real brother be seen, Or, I'm trying to turn my water off, man. I don't know why. I'm just a young brother out here trying to spit his message, TNP. Conservative brother, but a family man, father of five, just a man that's trying to follow in righteousness, and back in the day when they used to get them wristbands out, man, I'm an old fella myself, man. I'll be 37 this year, man. I'm getting up there. But when I was a younger man, the WWJD, man, that was real, man. We actually really believed in that. What would Jesus do? We were people that try to walk with a conscience and a soul about ourselves and a consciousness, just seeing each other as not just another person or just a statistic or just a person, like hit that like button, man. But just spiritually, bro, we got to be more intact. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even on no pro-black shit. I am pro-black, but I've grown. I got a fist on my back. You know what I'm saying? Tattooed on my back, but bro, that's not. I've grown out of that. You know what I'm saying? I've grown to love humanity, and sometimes what I more so defend, if you really be honest, I'm being pro-black because a lot of my content, it really, black people are naturally conservative, I feel like, anyway, for the most part. We've been led this liberal path, you know what I'm saying? We've led astray, our women, everything. But, I'm still pro-black because I'm hard on black folks. I'm hard on my own society and community first. You know what I'm saying? Before I sit here and cry a river of tears about the white tea community, I sit here and tell the truth about what's going on in my community, which is, one of the things I really rock with as far as Charlie Kirk, because, he was a white tea man saying shit that offended a lot of, people like my community, but I say some of the same rhetoric, and a lot of people do, and we be demonetized and they hate us for that, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor and a lot of folks like that, man. I rock with people like that. But, and Minister Jap, Corey Holcomb sometimes, sometimes Anton Daniels, but Corey Holcomb spit some shit, but we know how he goes sometimes. He can go the liberal way at times, but people who were raised with in the nuclear family in the church, man, we do not rock with the way in which a lot of the things that's been pushed on the black community. The stereotypes, we don't rock with that. We don't rock with that, man. And a lot of times our voices are the Don Lemons, are the Barack Obamas. You know what I'm saying? Are these gimp weirdo? What's the dude name? Man, I shook his hand. I actually at my graduation. The Cory Bookers. The Cory Bookers. He was at my graduation. At the North Carolina Central University. And I honestly don't care. I'm a graduate. Of HBCU, higher learning institution. You can tell by how I talk and walk. I ain't from around here. You understand? But like I said, let me stop. Boosting myself up. But just being honest, in It wasn't nothing to me meeting Cory Booker. He's another man. But just these, like I said, these gimp black leaderships in America we don't rock with, especially these liberal gimp weirdos. We don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We do not fuck with these representation of black men in America. These three I just named: Cory Booker, Barack Obama. I only know Don Lemons. Like these are supposed to be the speaking pieces for black men. You know, we also don't like the Birdmans or the Camerons or the Maces or none of these dumbasses speak for us either. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, these are the people that's also put to the forefront at the same time. You know, like as far as depiction of black men, there's other depictions. You know, there's Calvin Healy's. You understand? There's Anton Daniels. You know, as much as Anton Daniels is a little dweeb ass bit, you know, band, he speaks some real at times. You know what I'm saying? As far as the condition of black folks, like he like I said, he tap dances at times. You know what I'm saying? But like you gotta, it's a balance, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance. And some of these people, you can just tell they are sometimes overdoing it with the, you know, brown nosing of the Caucasians, the white tees. You know, I'm gonna say that, man. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. But love all people, man. That's my mindset at this point. Love all people, man. Love all people. Treat all people righteously. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter about the political affiliation or their ethnicity or their, you know what I'm saying, their somebody's being a good person to you, good person to them. This is not a good person right here when you're walking in the church putting cameras in their face, man. How's that Christ like? So it's like we already believe y'all already not of us. Like these people are taking time out of their time and their life to do what they're supposed to be doing, which is worshiping God. You're taking your life to doing what? Worshiping man. You understand? Doing the devil's work. You're doing the devil's work, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just period. You do that outside of the church. You want to protest. You want to tell the parishioners after they leave out of there that they're one of the churchgoers is active member ICE. Then you do that if that's what you feel like you want to do with your time. You know what I'm saying? But that's crazy and ludicrous to bombard that church and that like, come on, man. Lying, acting like you was sitting through the service, man. Get the F out of here, man. Y'all was planning that outside of the church. You already told him yourself when you was interviewing with Don Lemon. You're lying. You're lying. Like, which is, hey, it's unfortunate, but you're lying. You've been caught up in that lie. You've been arrested. Shout out to the DOJ, Department of Justice. Shout out for them doing their job. Hopefully they round up more of these morons and you know, charge them to the fullest extent of the law. Give them this federal charge on their jacket so they can wear that and take that back, and it'd be a lesson and a warning to the next people that feel like they want to do insurrectionist type things in churches and feel like they can protest in a church doing a service. No sir, no ma'am. No sir, no ma'am, man. You will feel the gavel of the law smack down on your life, man. So shout out to them for doing the right thing, man. But let's go. This guy's right, man.
Interrupting a Sunday morning worship service. Like, this is something that we cannot tolerate in our country. Protest, yeah, fine. You go on the street, stand out on the street. But when you're breaking into a church service, interrupting a worship service, we've crossed a new red line.
Yeah, you mentioned the speaker's speech just moments ago. He issued the phrase, "Freedom will destroy itself if it has no purpose." That is a reflection on a historical speech made by a historical figure. I'm just blanking on. I believe that was Margaret Thatcher. But he also emphasized the importance of moral and religious foundational support. You need that support to prop up that freedom. And Tony, you also invoked the FACE Act. I want to let the audience know exactly what it says. Quote, makes it a crime for someone who by threat of force or by physical obstruction intentionally injures, intimidates, or interferes with any person lawfully exercising or seeking to exercise the First Amendment right of religious freedom at a place of religious worship.
That's exactly what I said when I saw it originally. When everybody was like telling me how they gonna get arrested. When I saw it originally, how's that allowing them their pursuit of happiness or their freedom of religion and congregation? How is that allowing them? Like, just because you have the right to assemble and protest, you're infringing on my amendment rights as well by not allowing me to play a proper place to worship. You know what I'm saying? Two wrongs don't make a right to an extent. You can't take my rights by feeling like you can't exercise your rights, and by their exercising your rights, take away my rights. It's like chicken versus the egg type deal. I said that when it originally happened. I was like, you can't do that. Like, and then they can protest. Yeah, outside of my church, in my place of worship. You idiot. You can't. I already broke it down. You cannot protest in my place of worship whilst I'm worshiping. Sir, ma'am, idiot, stupid, liberal, dim. Nah, hey. I'm the man when it comes to a lot of this content ish, man. They just don't show me no love. They don't try to throw me in the algorithm, man. So y'all like me, man. Hit that like button. Y'all rock with me. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe, man, so you might can get a notification to see me again. You know what I did? Because I don't know, they might try to do me dirty, man. I got 6 likes in here. I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in with me, but you know I'm cooking. Because this is bull. When I seen that, just from my law background and school and what I read and things like that, come on, that makes no sense. That makes no sense where you can think you can enforce your right, or you know what I'm saying, and then you take away and take away mine. It don't work like that.
Worship, as you refer to the Orrin Hatch Amendment to that law. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon responding to Don Lemon, posting following a House of
Hell, in America, you barely have freedom of speech. Shout out to Trump and all of them for taking that back and giving that back to us, man. In America, you barely have freedom of speech, man, with these platforms. Let's be honest.
Worship is not a public forum for your protest. It is a space protected from exactly such acts by federal, criminal, and civil laws. Nor does the First Amendment protect your pseudo-journalism of disrupting a prayer service. You are on notice. Do you think that everyone involved in this church invasion, Tony, needs to be prosecuted as a way to deter future incidents like this?
Yes.
I do think that those who violated the law need to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Now, you saw Pastor Parnell having this conversation with Don Lemon, very gracious in his conversation, but very clear. This is a worship service. We're worshiping the Lord Jesus Christ. You're welcome to come in and be a part of that worship service, but you're not free to disrupt it and to intimidate us in what we're doing. And so I think the law needs to be enforced.
This dude pointing at people's faces and all type of stuff. Hey, come on, man. Come on, man. We see where this is headed. We see what happened, man. Let's see if I can find the old TikToker.
My uncle
Nah, we ain't doing that.
infected me.
What the hell? We ain't watching all this. TikTok is crazy as hell, man. I just want to see the video of the church protest so we can actually see that dude going crazy on them dudes. Dude was out there yelling at the damn church. I want to see the church protest guy. Guy screaming like nigga was wilding.
These pretend Christians, all these comfortable white people who are living lavish, comfortable lives while children are dragged into concentration camps. You're living real life, nice lives with your lattes, doing absolutely nothing for your Latino and Somali brothers and sisters. You Jesus wear a suit? Did Jesus profit off the words? No! Jesus would dine with immigrants. You do not touch me. Touch me again and see what happens. Hey, you can't leave. You are a fake Christian. Why are you not standing with your Somali and Latino community?
Right, exactly like that.
Yeah, that's wild. I'm trying to see it.
Hey, good!
I'm sure you've heard by now that
I might want to see you, baby girl. It's TNP, man. I just want to see the video. Shit. You know I'm trying to see your ass. Shit.
Disrupted a church service.
No offense. I'm just trying to see the video. Shit.
Acceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
Exactly. Like you ain't got nothing to say about that.
But there were folks who
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
And you were dead wrong. You can't even find a video of this dude. I'm just trying to find a video of the dude screaming. They scream and harass children.
A peaceful protest.
Marcos Charles, hey. I'm trying to see.
The guy standing up now saying, "Get out of it!" He's screaming.
Watch this guy here. Look, this hugging this kid.
And, I just imagine it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. But again, careful, it's very slippery right here. Yeah. It's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here, but that's what really, careful, please, really slippery. Not kidding. That's what protesting is about. And so.
Well, it's snowing like a mug in that mug.
All right, well, breaking news here. Good old Don Lemon. Anyone?
Don Lemon. You can't even find the videos. That's wild. I can't even find just a little clip of the dude yelling and shit.
What we're seeing around this country is they're using their political influence to attack people that disagree with them. They're going to come at me with charges, and I'm not scared of that. There's no base for these charges. I did not block them from, their service. They welcomed us in. They never asked us to leave. The police never came in and removed us. So we didn't stop their service. In fact, people were still praying the entire time. The music was still playing the entire time. So,
We watched the same video, crazy dude, man. Come on, dude. You literally was disrupting them. You got into a physical conversation with some of the guys there. You were yelling at the girls, calling them, talking about they just not doing nothing, not real Christians, stuck eating their lattes. Like, these people they've been debunked to be liars and shown time at a time to be liars and manipulators and people that would go with propaganda and go with whatever they're told by the left media. They will go with whatever they're told, and they're pretty much zombies controlled by the left that were willing to do their crazy demonic biddings and are mad because people choose not to live like that. They choose to want to live conservatively. They choose to want to have a family core value nature, a nuclear family. They choose to want to try. And that's one of the biggest things that I feel like is just disgusting with this society in which we live in today. They're mad at you for trying. No, we all fall short of the glory of God. I guess that would be considered a conflict of interest for the guy working for the ICE. But it's an occupation, it's a job. He's just, the Bible also said for us to follow the laws of the land. How do you know that he does not wholeheartedly believe that he's doing what's right by protecting the borders of this country and making sure this country is as protected and safe as it can possibly be? I don't fault that man. I don't see the conflict of interest, and I don't think like a liberal. So that's my mindset. But I can see where they're coming from. You got to think how these crazy people think. Sometimes you got to put your feet in their shoes to see why do they think this way? What is going on with these people? Why are they so fervent in their belief that this is actual true when it's all the evidence is pointing in their face telling them they're not? It's like this dude. It's like this guy right here with the beard. That's like him trying to say his teeth are in great condition. Dude, accept reality. Your teeth look crazy as shit. So just being honest, I'm just being honest. I'm just, being satirical and funny, but at the same time, these liberals can't live in reality. And I feel like that is a crazy place to be in society right now with all the transparency, all the chat GPTs where you can fact check things and things of this nature. If you don't have any type of intellect or ability to do research on your own, you can just, you don't want to go open a book, crack a freaking book and comprehend what you're reading. Then you can go online and be told and read it to you. And you know what I'm saying? You're being misled, being misled, man. So that's the best way I can say to a lot of these people. TNP, man, people are being misled to a high extent, to where they think right is wrong and wrong is right and up is down and down is up. And, coming to when people are turning the light on in the darkness, they are getting very upset at us for turning the light on. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, y'all don't own the house, God does. So we can turn the light on. Light comes on naturally every day. God, when the sun shines, and they're mad at us because we're happy the sun is shining and we're thankful. It's wild. These people, man, you know what I'm saying? There's a way to do it. And this is not it. Violently trying to disrupt what's going on when they're just trying to get these molesters and weirdos and all type of illegal immigrants the fuck out of this country. You're protecting something that it's not your fight. You're protecting something that does not need your protection, Mr. White Man. You're pampered as well. You sit here, you have nothing to do. I feel like a lot of these people got to be subsidized and paid. I've heard all these stories of this guy, whatever his name with the S Oro or whatever, I don't know. But I'm like, what is going on? It seems like this is very orchestrated.
Pam Bondi, you want to come and arrest me? You want to come and give me charges? So be it. And for all the people giving me death threats, threatening my life, kill me. Go ahead, kill me. Because you know what? As Fred Hampton said, you can kill the revolutionary.
Man, this meth smoking weirdos comparing himself to Fred Hampton, man. Man, I've heard it all, bro. I have heard it all, man. I have heard it all, man. Oh my gosh, bro. For somebody who actually studied a little bit of the Black Panther Party, you know what I'm saying? You're comparing this to what happened to Fred Hampton, a U.S. citizen, in fact, the FBA black man, in fact, that was unalived by the federal government. If you compare that to this, where you're trying to protect illegal immigrants from storming this nation and overtaking this nation from the people whose blood, sweat, and tears, people like me, FBA Americans, who deserve rights to this country. And you're trying to compare that to how Fred Hampton's life is. Ended at 20 years old. Man didn't live but 20, had a child, was the leader of the Black Panther Party in Chicago. And you're trying to compare yourself to Fred Mother effing Hampton. Oh, you struggle. I ain't gonna say you, because you like a meth smoking, cave dwelling, like you know, chew on coal for a living. We trying to compare this movement to what happened with. Come on, brother. Hey, don't get me started, man. Hit that like button, TNP. Don't get me started, man. But I feel like you ain't shit, nigga. You win this cause. You think y'all so right, or that other mammy looking chick, or the other chick that look like I don't even look like Manny Fresh mixed with a look like a man. All y'all look crazy as cat shit, nigga. It makes no sense that y'all want to cause uproar, man. You look when you look in the mirror every day, you're mad.
You can't kill the revolution. What we're seeing.
That girl right behind him. Yeah, man, it's just been wild. It's in walls. It's a lot of shit going on in Minnesota, man. Minnesota is a hotbed right now, man. It is a hotbed right now, dude. Blowing the whistle, lots of dust. Using left stun is Byron Donalds. Nah, cause for real, like it's the government is being complicit with a lot of these uprisings and things like that, man. And then they can do it in one state. This might spread. Now I feel like that is the biggest concern that the federal government should have. If they can't get this under control statewide in Minnesota, this shit they might think it could spread to other places, and it's not a precedent you want to be set at all, man.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia.
That is not it. On the whistle, lots of dots.
All right, here now with more is the chairman of the House Oversight Committee, James Comer. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the exact same thing that happened with Peter Navarro? And
We'll see how it goes.
But yeah, man, that's TNP, man. TNP, True Masculinity Podcast, man. Like I said, we went in on it today, talked about these crazy folks out here protesting, going wild. You know, Minnesota is burning right now, man. We got a lot of folks in Minnesota who have lost their minds. But, man, what can you do? You know, people going to do what they want to do.
Live images from the Target Center in downtown Minneapolis, where anti-ICE protesters are gathered after marching through the brutal cold. Hundreds of businesses across the state are closed today in a show of solidarity.
And dozens of faith leaders were arrested at the airport today. You can see some of them here let off in zip ties and loaded onto a school bus. They're urging airlines to join the call to end the immigration crackdown.
Despite the cold, protests a little heated at the Whipple Federal Building. The sheriff's office used pepper spray after protesters threw snowballs at squad cars, breaking windows. Some were let off in handcuffs.
Also today, federal agents defending their decision to detain this little boy. They say his father took off running and agents took care of him.
I will say unequivocally that we are experts in dealing with children. Let me say that again, experts in dealing with children.
March and rally.
And liberals and leftists are experts at overreactions and jumping to fucking conclusions. Hit that like button, subscribe. Hit that like button, subscribe. Tell me I'm lying, man. Liberals are known for overreactions and jumping to conclusions, bro. They will go whatever they see on TV, man. These people are like gullible, man.
Through downtown Minneapolis, protesting ICE arrests in Minnesota. Our Frankie McLister joins us now from the Target Center.
Frankie, certainly a cold day to march outside. That shows some commitment there. What are you hearing from demonstrators today?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, and that
commitment to stupid
definitely didn't stop folks from coming out here. We are inside of the Target Center right now, where on my press badge it says the name of the event, and that is ICE out of Minnesota, and what they say, a day of truth and freedom. We'll toss to some video right now because there was a march that led up to this entire gathering right here inside of the Target Center. This is a scene of what we saw earlier, folks gathering on what they are saying is a general strike today. As we know, many businesses are closed, or they say their reasons why they're open today. Minneapolis schools being closed today too, but they do have a teacher work day. So that brought a lot of folks out. The march started near the Commons, which is right smack dab near US Bank Stadium. It proceeded on 3rd Street, up Hennepin, and then it landed right here at the Target Center. Now, I spoke with a teacher amongst all of those protesters who said what she's most concerned about.
The safety of my students and their families, their inability to work and make money, getting groceries, paying their rent, and frankly, the violent tactics that are harming our community.
So that's just one of many we spoke to. I want to clarify, there were also folks at today's gathering in downtown. I haven't seen any inside of here, but that were for and praising the federal organization. Let's go ahead and walk over here. Our photojournalist Dave is going to kind of just show you what we are being told. The organization that organized today's event is called Minnesota 5051, and they are known to organize like a lot of the protests we've seen all throughout Operation Metro Surge. What they said on their social media is the arena here, Target Center, home of the Timberwolves, holds 19,000, but they were expecting 50,000 at today's march. You can see the arena is filling up. I'll actually step out so Dave can kind of maybe show you a better perspective. But there's a stage right here in the middle. The event now was ticketed, so there were definitely a lot of folks, and if I didn't mention, it's sold out. There were definitely a lot of folks that were at the march that could not get in, that didn't get those proactive tickets. But we'll see when it begins. We're unsure of who.
Protest, man. More protests from weirdos, man. I had to go run real fast, man. What's up with I miss? See, we got a lot of haters in the building. It's all love, though, man. We had some haters in the building. You know, we had some loves, had some naysayers, detractors, man. I appreciate y'all. Getting so much coverage. That's true, man. Why is such a tiny percentage of the metro area getting so much coverage? That's a good jump to conclusions. Actually giving them too much credit. Hey, shout out to you. Exactly. Shout out to you, man. Watson. It's not that they're jumping to conclusions. They're purposely and deliberately twisting and turning anything they can into a narrative that serves them. Amen, man. I really don't read comments all the time. Sometimes a lot of hate, sometimes a lot of love, man. Appreciate y'all. They don't prosecute homosexuals. Judge, let him go. I wonder why Lemon gave this head job. Exactly. Man, we gotta speak truth to power, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in with me on TNP this morning. Y'all gotta come back, man. Y'all gotta come back. Y'all gotta subscribe. Please, man. Please, man. Give me some traction. I rock with y'all. Even the people that say they wish I don't prosper, man. Shout out to y'all, man. America grows outraged as Trump ICE grows more outrageous.
They wanted to investigate Renee Good, and we knew they had no interest.
We're going to do this real fast. I just want to see what this is about, and we're going to move on. I'm going to go ahead and tap out for the day. Be back. Well, I'll be back with some more content a little later.
In investigating the ICE agent who shot and killed her. We knew that. We learned that shortly after she was shot. We knew they wanted to investigate her widow. We also learned that. But thanks to incredible new reporting from my colleagues Ken Delanian and Carol Lennig, we now know they wanted to investigate Renee Good herself after she was shot 3 times and killed by an ICE agent. That news is, I keep saying this, but it's worth repeating. It is so shocking and it is disgusting. That news makes me want to say lots of words I cannot say on TV, even on a Friday. But what has been clear from the moment Renee Good was killed is that the Trump administration was going to do anything they could to lie and gaslight their way through this. What has also been clear is that the American people know what they saw when the ICE officer killed Renee Good, and they know what they have seen as ICE has continued to terrorize their communities ever since. Want to know how I know? Well, this was the scene on the streets of Minneapolis today. You can see it, and there's so many like this. thousands upon thousands of people taking to the streets as part of an ICE out protest, demanding federal immigration.
I love the liberal people. I love when the liberal people jump in the comment section and in the stream and try to, I guess, what's the word? Try to group us all in, have this group think, group mentality, or just because I'm black, I'm supposed to be like you. I should think as you think. Like that's the difference between intellectuals and people that are dunces. Is like that's the nuance of life. You don't have to think in the what I'm saying. Like I don't have to think like how you think. It's like it's a multitude of ways in which you can think and go about life. And really, the people that the group think or think like the group or the masses are normally the ones that are wrong. And that's just the fact. So, and that's just me. Like, it's just funny that how black people had this collective mentality where we all supposed to think the same way. And that's the way I'd be like you. I'm not. I'm glad I'm not. I was raised with a father. A lot of people that were in the black community where I grew up did not have a nuclear family. I grew up with fathers. My father had that. So, bro, I'm different. I'm not like y'all niggas. I'm not like most niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't think like most niggas. So, it's just funny that people just reading through the comments is like, just because I'm black, I'm supposed to think that a pastor can't work for ICE and be a pastor. Like like I don't see, like in the biblical text it also says that we should follow. We follow in biblical text a lot of things. What I'm saying? We should follow the rules of the land. I feel like there's a need for ICE. That means you don't know me well, brother. Like you don't ain't watch my shit, black man. You ain't my brother, but you a black man. Like I don't fuck with illegal immigrants being in America, nigga. I feel like they're a buffer class, and they shit us out of the resources and stuff that should be given to us first. We're the ones who deserve a lot of shit, man. Fuck them. Fuck all them. I don't care what they look like me. And a Haitian, I don't give a fuck. Black as hell, African, send them niggas, deport them niggas too. Shit, if you here illegally and you draining my country's resources and being a stain on our economy and shit like that, nigga, fuck that. We got FBA people here struggling, man. We got white people here struggling. Like, bro, we should worry about taking care of Americans first. And that's how I really believe. Come here and be a citizen the right way. Become naturalized. Do it the right way. Like, you know what I'm saying? In the proper channels, man. Don't be coming here legally, and then overstaying your welcome, man. And draining our resources. A lot of these things, bro, the opportunities, man, they should be given. Man, all these billions stole by these people, these Somalians in Minnesota and shit. These niggas stealing billions of dollars and shit like that. It's already been substantiated that this happened, and black people can't even get a crumb. FBA black people can't get their reparations. We can't get shit. You know what I'm saying? They say our reparations is goddamn EBT and food stamps and Section 8 and public housing and shit like that. That's what they try to throw in our face. Like, bro, get the fuck out of my face, man. I don't think like you niggas, bro. I don't think like you niggas, bro. Like, stop trying to put me on board like I'm supposed to support immigrants in this fucking country, nigga. Like I'm an immigrant, nigga. Bro, I want to say SMD. You understand? But I'm trying to get this money and kick these facts. And you know what SMD means, nigga. And it ain't because ain't nobody don't want to say it. I'm just trying to show some love and be different, nigga. But the same energy, nigga. I get the fuck out of my face, nigga. Like, boy, you don't know me from a can of paint, boy. Like, boy, I chop you up intellectually, boy. Don't play with me, nigga. Like, I'm supposed to think like you, nigga. I know I don't support mass immigration here illegally, nigga. I support mass deportation. I support conservative mindset. I support strong borders. I support strong law enforcement, nigga. Now, you type of motherfucker that's cool with shit being a chaotic and shit like that. I'm not. Like, the fuck, nigga? I'm from the South, too. I'm from North Carolina, right near Charlotte. So I know how shit goes in liberal cities all over the place. I'm living close to Denver right now. I know it's a homeless problem amongst people of all races and shit like that. I know it's a lot of shit going on. I know it's violence going on. I worked at a juvenile facility. Like, I know how these people think, how these young kids think out here in these gang infested areas and shit like that. I've seen the newspapers. It's hit home with people that I've known. I've known people who've lost their own children to gun violence in Charlotte, North Carolina at 19 years old. I've known people that unfortunately that I don't know what happened, but their sons were unalive. Our son was unalive. I've seen it. It's disgusting. I've seen people I've rode with just doing stupid shit, like mentally gone, and I ain't here no more. Whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I've seen the craziness of the South and liberal places, bro. So don't tell me how I should think. I don't think like you niggas, bro. I'm God has me, bro. I'm stronger than a lot of you niggas spiritually, bro, because y'all don't believe in God. Y'all godless people. And y'all want me to just support things just because I'm black. Like, no, that's how you be led to the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? The devil, probably a black man too. You know what I'm saying? So I should just be with him too. If the biblical text is right, the devil is a melanated person, right? You know what I'm saying? So just because he's black, I'm supposed to follow suit with him? Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Like, these niggas don't think, bro. Like, if you saying God is supposed to be Jesus is supposed to be black and all this, I'm sure the devil is probably the same hue, because they said white people didn't come around too recently. So most people, the original people, are like us. So by that same mindset, just because a black person is a black person, I have to follow them religiously and just because blindly. Oh, you fucking idiot! Like, the fuck? Y'all niggas the one I'm watching the most. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with Trump pardoning drug dealers. I'm cool with that. I feel like drugs is the tricky issue with me, man. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? This country, drugs is tricky because people gonna do the drugs regardless. It should be regulated. Just like marijuana. I feel like it should be regulated. You know what I'm saying? Like if they did the crime, they should do the time, and I'm not for that. Like I don't know nothing about it. Like this is news to me as far as you said, Trump pardoning drug dealers and fraudsters. I mean, politics is a dirty, dirty game. I will say that. Like nobody's perfect, nobody's clean. Like nobody. Just because I support some of the things that they're doing in this country as far as the deportation and small things like that, and you know what I'm saying, just some of the things where he's actually ironing things out as far as like how black people are the legitimate like people who some of these amendments were meant for, when they talked about what was it, the basically us being foundational black Americans and how we have rights to this country, and how immigration has conflated some of these acts to feel like that they also should be protected under being like born in this country and things of that nature. So it's like, no, like, you know, a lot of that shit, I don't care about any of that. All I care about is Americans, man. Like, if you are an American, let's fight for us. I don't care about none of that. Come here properly, pay your taxes, become an American citizen the right way. I don't think none of our tax dollars should go to y'all ever, not 1 cent. Y'all have bled this country dry. Can't believe these people have gotten millions of dollars and billions of dollars, to send back to Somalia and shit like that, when we can't even get that type of money nowhere. Like, you've seen nowhere where people of FBA descent are able to defraud nobody for billions of fucking dollars. That's bullshit. Like, and if you are, you will be thrown under the goddamn jail. But I've never even heard of a situation where a black person has defrauded the federal government for billions of dollars. I've never heard of that. Like, I've never heard of that. Like, even the PPP, all that shit, like, that wasn't just black people, that was everybody. And I've never seen that in just one collective group of people being able to steal that type of money and that type of, that's crazy. That is crazy. But yeah. Yeah, like drug that, like, yeah, like, I mean, it's what it is. Like, as far as like but I mean violent crimes, bro. Let me specify, man, be more specific. Violent crimes is what I hate, bro. You know what I'm saying? Crimes like drugs. I feel like when you legalize it, then it takes the violence out of the drug game. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it kind of takes it as far as on the American soil, because it's already regulated by the federal government. You know, the only thing they can do is try to like break in and rob it, just like they do THC in these plants, these dispensaries. So I feel like once it should be some type of federal regulation. You should get some type of rehab, streamline. Like, shit needs to be more in order. You know what I'm saying? Or put these people in certain encampments and stuff like that where they got to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, federal government has to put more money into this shit if you want, or to contain it. You know what I'm saying? If people gonna do it, have it more regulated is my mindset. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know, I'm more the violent crimes. You know what I'm saying? Like the things of that nature. You know, crimes against humanity, crimes against nature, violent crimes, things of that nature. Because, you know, people are not gonna stop people from doing drugs. That's just facts. People just monopolizing and making money off of it, because they are all bums. Figure about law enforcement. Like, I'm not for people selling drugs. What the parameters of their releases? I'm definitely not for people selling no damn drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I just know that what's the word? It degrades society. You know, drugs and things of that nature. People being fucked up off drugs. It just degrades society even more. You know, we've already got enough shit dragging that society as is, with the over sexualization, the destruction of the nuclear family, the foods and drugs and shit in which they put into, you know, the food sources and water sources ain't the best and all that. You know, the education is shitty. You know, for a lot of places, people aren't getting that thorough, real good knowledge and you know, it's just things that they can apply to their lives and daily lives. Like, man, there's just a lot of shit going on in America. You know what I'm saying? For real, for real. Middle of the day, are they all not working? That's my mindset. Like, are they not working? Are they not working? Like, I don't get it, man. Hey, America is, like I said, I feel like they're getting subsidized to be out there doing what they're doing. That's just me. I think they must be getting subsidized to be out there. Because how the hell, like, I got a job. I work nights sometimes. I mean, I work nights all the time right now, but I got a job. And I do a lot. And I ain't gonna put my name out there, put my stuff out there, but I do a lot, man. So, like, man, I work with the youth, you know, so I see what's going on and out here in the goings on of the day, but work with man, our generation, bro, we got to get it together.
Immigration agents leave their city. And I know it's hard to get a true understanding of this by just looking at video, but those thousands of people took to the streets on one of the coldest days of the year. And wherever you're preparing for Snowmageddon, I promise you it is colder. It was colder than that in Minneapolis today and across Minnesota. The high today, was -9 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind chill got as low as 35 degrees below.
And you know this is nothing but white tea people out there predominantly, man.
Zero. I kid you not. It genuinely got so cold that our MS Now camera on the ground froze. Now,
I can understand white tea people, you know, protecting immigrants because they were immigrants to this country, you know what I'm saying, in mass, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. A lot of these people were immigrants here. They love to act like all us just came from the Middle Passage and shit like that and came from fucking slavery and shit like that. But some of us, I don't believe that. That's just me. I don't get on board with that theory all the time. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. Like, honestly, like, you know how many people that goddamn died of goddamn diseases and shit like that flying from going from Africa to here. Like, I'm not saying it didn't happen, and a lot of people went to the Caribbean at first, but come on, bro. A lot of us people, like, they just changed us from Native Americans to Negro. You know, just being honest, bro. So I can see why, you know, white people will protect illegal immigrants, because that's kind of how a lot of these people came to America. Borders and things of this nature got to be protected. You know, simple as that. So, like, the laws of the land at this point in time, you know, everybody just can't, it's not a free for all no more. You know, the president that's in charge right now, he's pushing back on all that. It's not a free for all to come to this country. So, I'm supporting that. I'm getting on board with that. That's just me. You know, you ain't got to get on board with that. I'm getting on board with it. You know what I'm saying? Standing 10 toes with it. Hit that like button. Subscribe. But yeah, man, like, I don't support it. Motherfuck you. You know, whether it's black, brown people, whatever like that. Why should I? You know what I'm saying? How does that, like, as me as an American is working 40 plus 50 hours a week, 54 hours a week, like, bro, doing all type of shit to survive in this fucked up economy where, you know, all of these cost of living and wages aren't always aligning and things of that nature. Why would I care about somebody else that's coming here and getting a handout and being able to get it a better way than me? And I've been here in this country. Like, why would I support that? And we have a president that's literally trying to help Americans, and he just needs our cooperative help and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even like you ain't even that, like, I'm not prospering in America, but it's like, bro, for the protection of our own place and our lineage and where we come from, we should not have a free-for-all here where people are having it better than us just because we have Democrats in office and they feel like and they vote these certain people in that look out for their type of people and not everybody else's. Man, come on, bro. Like, yeah, I am. Hey, call me a hater, call me what you want, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not rocking with it. I'm protecting that real, and they don't even respect our country, bro. You know what I'm saying? They come in and take a dump on our country. You got them teared up, fly their flags. Just don't even respect this place. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, go back to where you from. You know, America's one of the greatest countries alive, and y'all want to sit here and disrespect the Americans that made it what it is. You know what I'm saying? And the government, like I said, the government has always been a fucked up place, but we got a leader in office at this point that actually cares about Americans. So, you know, so many people are more worried about getting money from these corporations and things, kickbacks of that nature. These liberals, and you know what I'm saying? It's been unfortunate, but that's just the facts. Where it's like, bruh, you know, he's out here trying to, you know, get oil for America, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? This is the real people first president right here. You know what I'm saying? So it's just hard for me to not fuck with it, man. Let's ICE do their jobs and watch how much better your country gets. Exactly, bro. Shout out to that. Shout out to that, man. Let ICE do their jobs, man. I agree, man. So man, we signing out, man. TNP, man. Hit that like button and subscribe. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Man, it's all love. And yeah, man, let ICE do their job, bro. You know what I'm saying? We letting all these people into our country, and we wonder why we shouldn't have not one illegal immigrant causing wrecks getting CDLs, crashing, causing wrecks on the highway, killing people, unaliving people, raping little girls. Just that we should not have one of these people here to be able to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of our country, bro. You know, and let's make America great again. Let's make life great for Americans. Let's let home ownership be an American thing again. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's just do it. Let's do this shit, man. And let's get on board, man. Like, the protest is not helping America. It's really draining on America. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really low. It's not good for morale. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just be honest. Like, all you Democrats are acting crazy because they lost an election is really bad for morale here. They really like lawlessness. You know, they like degeneracy and debauchery. Like I said, they're over sexualized. They're feminized. They're you know what I'm saying? They're forward. The women are advocates of feminism. The men are cucks, losers, degenerates. You know what I'm saying? Weirdos. So this is the what we got to deal with. You know, and a lot of these people, they believe what they believe, whether right or wrong. 99% wrong. And once I realized that, that's why they say, like, oh man, you a black man, you go with conservative. Yeah, because I see how the opposite side thinks, and it's demonic. So I'm not naturally to a party. I'm not, you know, naturally I'm not like loyal to any party, you know, in my core. I'm not. But the one in which I see more value in, the one that I associate myself with as far as just morally, it would be the conservative mindset. The one that actually believes in God, a smaller government, just not regulating you and having every little say so and telling you that you need to put the whoop-de-wamp, or you know what I'm saying, that jabber in you, or I'm gonna take your job, and you know, that's the Gestapo. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, where they take you get down and lay down, and you know, it was a wild time. You know, people easily forget that. But you know, people that are, like I said, believers in Christ, like I said, believer in God, I'm a believer in American values, family. You know, want people to have as many children as they can have. You know, business ownership. You know, being able to make the dollar, keep a dollar, low taxes, just low government regulation, man, and just being able to be your own person and a right to, you know, true happiness and the pursuit of happiness. So that's why I like conservative, man. That's just me. But yeah, like I said, y'all tapping in now. Go ahead and subscribe, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. Hit that description box below, man, if you feel like showing some love, you know, on that PayPal or Cash App, anything like that, man. Go ahead and tap in with there. And man, I appreciate y'all, man. Man, peace out, man. It's all love, man. Wish I had more time. I've been on here a little bit over an hour. Like I said, if y'all want to watch more content, hit that subscribe button. And man, I'll see y'all in a little bit, man.